Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm AndyRC and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Hyperlite Flosstyle. This copter has been sent in by Bob aka Kabab FPV, so thank you Bob for giving me the opportunity to check this guy out, because subscribers to the channel will know that my main rig is the Hyperlite Floss V1 and I like it because it's extremely lightweight but it's very durable despite these thin arms here, and to me it doubles up as a freestyle copter. However, you do have to run the battery at the bottom, and I know there are a lot of people that won't even touch a model that runs a bottom mounted battery because you're landing on it, so you could do some damage there. And also people don't like lightweight copters for a freestyle model because the weight gives you that flow and the smooth video, and it's a struggle to get that out of the Floss. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to check this one out. So you can see we can mount the battery on the top here with two straps, and we can also fit a GoPro up the front as well. Now usually the advantage of this setup is that the arms aren't in shot, and I guess that would be my only criticism of this, is that when you put a 20-degree or 30-degree camera mount on here, you do still get the props in shot, whereas something like a Reverb or an Alien, they are out of the shot. That doesn't bother me though, and the advantage of this being a floss style is that it's lighter than those models. So with the GoPro mount on, so this is the Brain 3D 20-degree GoPro mount, so without a battery, without a GoPro, but with the mount and the props on the antenna, it comes in at 340 grams, and my Alien comes in at 375 grams, so it is a little bit more efficient and a little bit lighter, but it's not over the top. I would say it's a nice weight. So we have the skinny arms, however it's using 5mm carbon, and this thing feels really strong. There's no flex in it whatsoever, so I don't think it's going to break easily either. So one of the things I like about the Pyrodrone frames is that they are affordable. At the making of this video, this costs $49, not $100, not $120 like some of the named brands. And sure, these guys get cloned, but what's the point in going with the clone when the original is affordable? And another thing that they have done, which I really like, is the top and bottom plate are the same. So you only need one spare. If you break a top plate or a bottom plate, you can replace it with just the one. That's quite unusual for a company to do that because they usually want to maximize the profit, but they have not done that in this case. I really like it. The arms, they are the 6-inch arms from the Floss 2. They have now linked them. Just look at the thickness of this carbon. There are actually some components that I'm really looking forward to trying out on this, as well as the frame. We have got the 3B motors there, the 2207 2650 kV, so I'm hoping these will scream with this freestyle prop. This is the GEP RC 5x4. And yeah, this prop will shatter, but I found for freestyle it gives so much thrust and noise, which I like, of course. The camera, I think, is the Foxeer Predator Micro, and I've not actually tried one of these, so yeah, looking forward to that. We have got the Icon 32-bit ESC board down here, and then we've got the Pyrodrone F4 flight controller, and it's running Butterflight, so yes, this is going to be my first try of Butterflight as well. We have got some low ESR capacitors on the battery cable to eradicate noise. And then for the VTX, I've put this in myself. It's the Unify Race, and I'm hoping that it's not going to produce as much noise as the Unify Pro, because this one only goes up to 200 milliwatt. I think that is going to be better when it comes to interference and stuff like that from the electronics. So the spacing at the back here is 27mm. So I just went on Thingiverse and found a SMA mount that was 27mm across and used TPUs, so there's a bit of flex in there, and that's printed off nicely. And yeah, as I say, this is the Brain 3D GoPro mount, so that will just fit on the top there nicely as well. Okay, let's do some flossing. And QA, the British have bad teeth joke here. This is actually using the clean air mod, so the props are going in the opposite direction. It's a button now, isn't it? And Butterfly has that. These motors, they're sounding angry, which is a good thing. I know it's not about punch, but let's go for it anyways. Oh yeah. Now the problem is it's pretty windy today, and the wind is blowing the copter into the estate, which sucks. But you know, it can't be helped. I'm in angle mode here as well. I'm gonna flip into acro. You have to be very careful when it's windy in angle mode. Sometimes you can't get enough angle and the wind will just blow your copter away. It's funny, you know, because I've been flying a bottom mounted battery for such a long time, I don't think I've flown line of sight with a top mount, and I'm noticing different flight characteristics. That is strange. It does feel really smooth, but it's hard to tell on the line of sight. But yeah, I don't know. Just feels, oh, I don't know, dare I say it, better balanced. Better for the center of gravity, I guess, or maybe not better, maybe just a different center of gravity. Yeah, definitely a different characteristic, especially on the power loops. Tend to find that the copter wants to drop out of the power loop more with a bottom mounted battery, and with this I'm having to put a little blip of throttle in over the top to get it to pull over the top. Oh, but I like it though, and I like the noise as well. I was debating whether to put these motors on the Mode 2 build I was going to do, and wow, I like them on this. I like how they scream. That is cool. Yeah. Yeah, you see that at the top of the power loop there, it did not want to come around. I guess the weight of the bottom mounted battery. Yeah. It doesn't quite, I mean, that is probably me not used to it, but it doesn't quite want to pull over the top. It just sort of wants to pull out of the loop early, and it becomes more of a backflip rather than a power loop. I like it. I like this a lot. You see, you have to put a bit of throttle in at the top, which I don't usually have to do. It's all fine, isn't it? We're all learning all the time. No one can ever call themselves a know-it-all, surely. Man, having a lot of fun with this guy, I have to say. Right, okay, that's enough fooling around. Let's get and do some FPV. Alright, let's do some FPV. Quick burst of throttle out of the grass. Damn, that picture is nice and clean. Now, it's going to be a challenge today, because every maneuver I do is going to have to be compensated for this wind that's pushing me back towards the houses the entire time. I need to remember I should be trying to do nice, smooth flying, because that's what freestyle is about. But usually I'm just trying to trick out this system, so it's a new one for me. So what do I think of Butterfly? I do think it's better than Betaflight, but it's really subtle. You can still trick it out with oscillations and stuff, but man, this feels really nice. I believe it is just a stock tune on this, so that's really nice. Damn, this video feed is really, really clean. That's either the filtering or the fact that it's a lower powered VTX. Either way, I like it. Absolutely crystal. Okay, let's try trick it out. Let's see if there's any movement on that eye. Nothing that needs talking about, really. And hesitation. Looks good to me. And then on the roll, have to be careful that it's not me knocking it. I think that's the spring on the throttle that is giving it a little wobble. So yeah, tuned pretty nice. Let's have a look at the amp draw. Not too bad. Not too bad, expected worse. This is a fairly new battery. Who's that idiot standing in the field? There's always some idiot standing in my field while I'm trying to do a review. This guy, look at him. Has he got some goggles, a transmitter? What is going on? Oh, this is superb. It is superb. It is smooth. Because I think the only thing that's going to trigger people is those props in the shot. I mean, I guess there's an element of flying these copters when you're not sure whether it's a camera quad or a mini quad, and you're gonna know it's a quad of some kind with those props in shot. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. Oh, this wind sucks. A nice roll there. Pull up before we hit the ground. Yeah, this is awesome. And you know what's good about it as well is it's a really nice setup, clean video, nice flight controller, nice camera, nice frame. Absolutely love it. So I'll link to everything in the below. I think it's always important when you get a setup that is just really nice, because you know, it's difficult to find. A lot of the times you have to go and pick yourself, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. This works out nicely. But anyways, that's my battery. So I just want to thank Bob for sending this in. Pyrodrome, one of my favorite places to buy from. And thank you for watching. So as always, please continue to subscribe. Cheers.